Chiefs Kingdom, stop scrolling right now. Arrowhead just erupted with breaking news, and one fact is already locked on the board. Patrick Mahomes is officially ahead of schedule to start Week 1 against the Denver Broncos. While Mahomes beats his timeline, the front office shattered its own financial rules to hand Travis Kelce $12 million packed with unprecedented void years. And rookie edge rusher Mason Thomas is on the verge of claiming immediate pass rushing snaps to ignite the defense. The recovery timeline is accelerating, and the front office is pushing all its chips forward to reclaim AFC dominance. If you bleed red and gold more than you hate the Raiders, hit like and subscribe right now. We start immediately with the rookie defender ready to ignite the defense. Whispers turned into footsteps on the practice fields of St. Joseph. The name? Mason Thomas. The Oklahoma pass rusher has a wide-open lane to immediate rookie snaps, and his emergence could swing Kansas City's entire pass rush in 2026. The Chiefs enter this campaign with plenty of unknowns after a 6-11 finish in 2025. They need an aggressive rebound, and Thomas brings an explosive element this defense has sorely missed. Kansas City has traditionally preferred bigger, stiffer defensive ends who set the edge with pure power. Thomas flips the script completely as a nimble, bendy speed rusher who provides the twitch and cornering ability this coaching staff could not find last season. The defensive end depth chart gives him an immediate opportunity. George Karlaftis and Ashton Gillott return, while veteran Emmanuel Ogbah comes back for a reunion after seasons away. Behind them, former first-rounder Felix Anudike-Uzomah remains a massive question mark. Karlaftis and Ogbah bring veteran stability. Gillott showed late-season flashes, and Thomas slots firmly into that critical fourth defensive end spot with clear third-down pass-rushing responsibilities. Defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo loves to dial up exotic pressure packages, and Thomas gives him the exact chess piece required to attack from distinct looks. In his rookie season, Gillott played 47% of defensive snaps, while Karlaftis commanded 64%. If Thomas can earn at least 50% of the snaps, his pass rush arsenal will transform the entire front four. In college at Oklahoma, Thomas frequently won with speed from wide alignments. In Kansas City, Spagnuolo will tighten his alignment to execute overload stunts alongside Chris Jones and Karlaftis. Last season, the Chiefs ranked 19th in sack percentage with a total of just 35 sacks. They were middle of the pack in total pressures and consistently failed to get off the field on crucial third downs. An explosive rookie campaign from Thomas could elevate Kansas City into the range of 45 to 50 sacks, generating roughly one extra sack per game. This extra pressure changes how defensive backs play behind the front four, allowing cornerbacks to jump shorter routes with full confidence that opposing quarterbacks will be hurried. The ripple effect across the entire defensive scheme gives Spagnuolo the freedom to blitz from unexpected angles without exposing the boundary. When a young edge rusher wins consistently on early downs, offensive coordinators are forced to keep extra tight ends in maximum protect schemes, completely neutralizing their passing concepts. Kansas City spent months searching for a dynamic edge defender who could bend around the outside shoulder of elite offensive tackles without losing balance or momentum. Thomas represents that missing athletic profile, giving the front seven a level of twitch and pure burst that keeps pocket passers uncomfortable all afternoon. When you study the way Kansas City constructed its championship defenses in previous runs, edge speed was the catalyst that allowed internal linemen like Chris Jones to dominate single matchups inside. Thomas possesses violent hands at the point of attack, allowing him to disengage from offensive tackles before they can anchor their weight. If he commands regular double teams or forces opposing coordinators to alter slide protections, the entire front seven unlocks a level of disruption that Arrowhead has not witnessed in years. What happens if he hits his floor? If he struggles with NFL tackle power and gets buried behind Anudike-Uzomah, the defense risks getting stuck in mediocrity again. Do you think Mason Thomas can record at least 8 sacks in his rookie year? Let me know your prediction in the comments and hit that like button if you trust Spagnuolo's defensive vision. But while the rookie hunts quarterbacks, front office executives just executed a historic financial maneuver for an iconic superstar. Scouts called it calculated respect, and the front office shattered its own standard operating procedure. The question wasn't if the legendary tight end would return, but how the money would work without destroying the roster. The name? Travis Kelce. Kansas City Chiefs assistant general manager Chris Shea stepped to the microphone after practice on Wednesday, August 19th, to reveal the truth behind Kelce's new $12 million contract for his 14th NFL season. The Chiefs are known across the league for simple, straightforward player contracts that strictly avoid backloaded dead money. However, with Kansas City entering the 2026 offseason managing salary cap flexibility to pursue premier talent like reigning Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III, the front office deliberately broke its own rules for Kelce. Chris Shea explained that while the team generally avoids complex structures, they reached into the toolbox to dust off mechanisms they rarely use, spreading Kelce's cap hit across future void years. Last season, Kelce hauled in 76 receptions for 851 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. He maintained elite production despite the team's difficult 6-11 season and his advancing age. Handing Kelce a conventional $12 million base salary would have severely restricted the team's cap space and paralyzed their summer roster additions. Under the new agreement, Kelce receives a $3 million base salary and a $3 million training camp bonus, both of which are fully guaranteed. The remaining $10.7 million is structured as a prorated signing bonus distributed at $3.55 million annually from 2026 through 2028. If Kelce decides to retire at the conclusion of the 2026 season at 37 years old, he retains the full financial payout, while the remaining money becomes dead cap, spread out over multiple years, rather than hitting the books all at once. The organization wanted to protect his future interests while preserving the cap flexibility needed to field a championship roster around him. Spreading cap hits across void years allows general managers to keep veteran leaders in the building without compromising their aggressive pursuit of top-tier free agents during critical title windows. The chemistry Kelce shares with the offense remains irreplaceable, especially on critical third-down conversions and red zone opportunities where timing beats pure athleticism. By structuring the contract in this unconventional manner, Kansas City ensures their locker room keeps its emotional leader while maintaining the necessary payroll freedom to add premium skill players across the offense. It is a masterclass in modern salary cap management that bridges the gap between honoring a franchise icon and ruthlessly chasing another Lombardi trophy. When a franchise icon enters the twilight of a Hall of Fame career, the emotional pull of retaining leadership often clashes with the cold financial calculus of maintaining depth. Chris Shea and the Kansas City front office found a middle ground that keeps Arrowhead roaring without mortgaging the immediate future of the roster. Kelce remains the security blanket for this passing attack, finding soft spots in zone coverage and boxing out defenders on third downs with veteran savviness that cannot be coached. His presence forces opposing safeties to hesitate before crashing the box, opening up lanes for explosive outside weapons to attack downfield. Is Travis Kelce still the undisputed best tight end in football? Drop your thoughts down in the comments and make sure to subscribe to stay ahead of every contract leak. Now, shift your eyes directly to the quarterback room because Andy Reid and his staff are navigating a surprising development under center. A recovery timeline that felt almost impossible back in January just became reality on the practice field. The identity everyone is talking about? Patrick Mahomes, and the entire quarterback hierarchy just shifted behind him. Mahomes is making rapid progress in his recovery from torn ACL and LCL ligaments in his left knee suffered last season. His rehabilitation is significantly ahead of initial expectations, putting him directly on track to start the regular season opener against the Denver Broncos. Head coach Andy Reid elected to hold Mahomes out of the preseason opener against the Los Angeles Rams to maintain absolute caution with his franchise superstar. Reid has refused to commit to playing Mahomes in any preseason action, choosing instead to protect the superstar for Week 1. However, this positive trajectory has sparked an unexpected roster battle. Assistant General Manager Mike Bradway confirmed that Kansas City is seriously considering keeping 3 quarterbacks on the final 53-man roster. Bradway emphasized that carrying 3 passers is not due to durability concerns regarding Mahomes, but because backup Justin Fields and rookie 7th-round pick Garrett Nussmeier have both performed at an exceptional level. Against the Rams, Fields started the game and completed all 4 of his passes for 41 yards in brief action. Nussmeier entered the game and electrified the coaching staff, completing 13 of 19 passes for 98 yards while orchestrating an 11-play, 51-yard scoring drive that culminated in a 59-yard field goal by Harrison Butker. Reid openly praised Nussmeier's poise and decision-making in high-pressure down and distance situations. The preseason loss did nothing to diminish the optimism surrounding the depth behind Mahomes. Carrying 3 active quarterbacks requires sacrificing a roster spot elsewhere, but the coaching staff is reluctant to expose Nussmeier to the waiver wire. The dilemma highlights how difficult cut-down day will be for general managers who find sudden, unexpected talent in the late rounds of the draft. Nussmeier demonstrated clear command at the line of scrimmage, reading complex coverage disguises and delivering accurate strikes into tight throwing windows under intense pressure. Having a capable veteran like Fields paired with a high-upside developmental rookie provides an extraordinary insurance policy behind a returning franchise quarterback. The front office knows that exposing a composed young signal caller to waivers is an invitation for quarterback-needy teams to steal away months of developmental work. Reed and his offensive staff value quarterback depth more than almost any team in football, and keeping 3 active passers could prove essential over an intense 17-game schedule. Nussmeier looked completely unfazed by blitz packages, stepping up in the pocket to deliver off-platform completions that mirror the exact developmental traits Kansas City covets in modern signal callers. With Fields offering dynamic athleticism as an immediate backup and Nussmeier showcasing advanced pocket awareness, Kansas City boasts the most complete quarterback room in the entire AFC. The luxury of having elite insurance behind Mahomes gives the offensive coaching staff the confidence to push the playbook without reservation. Should the Chiefs keep 3 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster or trade one for defensive depth? Let me know who you trust as the primary backup. 3 pivotal stories have collided to redefine the 2026 Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is beating his injury timeline to face the Broncos in Week 1. Travis Kelce is secured through an aggressive void-year contract structure. And Mason Thomas provides the explosive edge bend needed to elevate this pass rush into the top tier of the NFL. Kansas City is not accepting a transitional season. The front office and coaching staff are actively engineering a return to AFC West dominance. If the Chiefs get 50 sacks out of this defensive front, and Mahomes operates at full mobility, the rest of the AFC is in serious trouble. Hit that like button right now if you believe Kansas City takes back the division crown this year. Drop a comment with your exact score prediction for the season opener against Denver, and hit subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss an emergency Arrowhead update. But stay alert, because a massive internal decision is coming in the next 48 hours. The Chiefs must finalize whether Garrett Nussmeier makes the 53-man roster or gets exposed to waivers. Meanwhile, Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos have reportedly placed a claim priority on developmental passers and are monitoring Kansas City's cuts closely. Will the Chiefs protect their rookie, or will a division rival pounce? Chiefs Kingdom, the race to Week 1 is on.